I was made to love her. It's coming up to 15 minutes past the hour of 11 o'clock. On steamingly wonderful Radio London. Just to remind you that coming up at 11:30 this morning on the Currie Wireless Show, we have another little Radio London exclusive. It certainly is an excuse for a program. It's The Adventures of Big LIL, and with the absentee star. Well, I'll tell you the story about that. You see, it stars somebody who's unable to be here. So you'll find the script has been suitably modified. See if you can work out who it is missing. These things happen on the best regulated of radio stations. Radio London. How does he do that funny thing with his voice? I've always wondered. Georgie Fame is sitting in the park, getting wet, feeding the pigeons with soggy sandwiches. Sitting in the park, Mr. Georgie Fame. I love that record, and so do you, because it's number 417 in the Radio London Fab 500. Got The Adventures of Big LIL coming up in about 11 minutes' time on 266.
Hi, everybody. Baloo here from Radio Caroline. Join me at high noon Sunday, August 12th for the best of Big L's Fab 40 from 1967. Then, I'll be back at the same time on Monday the 13th as Big L continues to play your favorites from the pirate era. Arr, matey.
We're gonna move, We're gonna groove, We're gonna prove, that you'll hear all there is to hear.
Who are you calling matey, lovey?
Right here on wonderful Radio London.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we present the Fab Four, who are making a fleeting visit because they say hello and then they say goodbye. Something of a party atmosphere this morning on wonderful Radio London. Studios are absolutely crammed to overflowing with fans. And looking out onto Clacton Pier, there are literally 6 people. There are literally 6 people out there. Why are there only 6 people standing on the end of Clacton Pier? I will tell you why. When I press the right button. I was just testing it. Here is why there are only 6 people standing on Clacton Pier. Cascades, sing please.
Listen to the rhythm of the falling rain.
Revive 45.
Pitter, 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 patter.
From the Cascades. Just for the 6 brave, drenched souls on Clacton Pier this morning. Rhythm of the rain. I'd say I'm sounding rather good this morning, am I? It's because of all that talking and shouting I did last night at the party. My voice has gone down an octave. I think it's absolutely beautiful.
Tom Lodge, eat your heart out.
Thank you, Roscoe. Just shut up and listen to the music.
Oh, that sounds like a cue for a record if ever I heard one.
These are the Doobie Brothers. This is wonderful Big L on 266.
The Big L Fab 500 poster. Make sure you get your own copy today. Just £9.99, including postage and poking.
This is wonderful Radio London, where you're hearing things, where you're hearing things.
This is wonderful Radio London. It's time now for our special soap opera, The Adventures of Big LIL. The management wish to make an announcement first. Due to indisposition, i.e. it's her daughter's birthday, the part of Big LIL will not today be played by Petty Officer Sharon Smith, but will in fact be played by Tony Currie, who, funnily enough, is playing all the other bleeding parts in this.
-3, 2.
And now, at enormous expense, wonderful Radio London presents The Adventures of Big LIL. It was just another day on board the good ship Bourneville.
Oh, it's so much nicer than Galaxy.
And the little band of DJs were returning from the vinyl mines, where they had spent the night plumbing the depths.
Oh, they've been doing that all right.
The depths of the vinyl vaults. They were laden with raves from the grave, and the poor souls were exhausted. But they were not allowed to falter, for leading them was the strict and terrifying Petty Officer Smith.
Come on now, you lazy load of jocks. Step lively there. Hop 2, 3, 4. Hop 2, 3, 4. Come along, skews. Don't shuffle. Damon, stop picking your nose. Currie, leave it alone. Leave it alone. He'll fall off if you keep doing that.
3, 2.
Oh, bugger, it's the wrong track. Let's try this one. Oh, yes. That'll be nice.
The jocks lived in perpetual fear of the Petty Officer. She was stern, she was bold, she was magnificent. But she was a right pain in the turntables. Nobody stepped out of line when Smith was in charge. Little did the boys know that the Petty Officer kept an enormous...
Oh, it's enormous. They both are.
An enormous secret. For although by day she was the strict and dominating Petty Officer, at night she would slip into a nearby phone box.
She could find one that was working, that is.
And transform herself into Big LIL. Big LIL, Clacton's own superheroine. Where there was trouble to be sorted, Lil would be there. Villains to be captured, Lil would do it. Fluff on the needle, Lil would de-fluff it. I think you get the picture.
No, we don't. This is radio, stupid.
But now to the story.
Lurking locally on the underside of the Bourneville were a band of barnacles. Oh, what kind of music did they play then? No, not that kind of band, idiot. The barnacles were a little crustaceous collection of characters who clung on to the ship for dear life. Oh, they were Klingons. I've seen those in Star Trek. The barnacles had previously lived a carefree existence on another radio ship, the Meebo 3, until, that is, the evil Hartman, arch-enema of all barnacles, came to work on the ship. Oh, surely you mean arch-enemy? No, I mean enema. He flushed them out, you see. By day, he would drive the jocks and listeners mad with his inane ramblings, and at night he devoured the poor little barnacles. But Big LIL had come to the rescue and chased Hartman and all the other jocks away from the Meebo 3 and onto Clacton Pier. The old lightship was silent and all was well for the little creature. That's a pretty dull story if you ask me. I'm not asking you. Anyway, all was quiet until the Meebo 3 slipped anchor and started to drift with no crew on board to stop it. It continued its journey towards inevitable disaster. Oh, where's that? Where's that? I can't find it on my road map. Just on the left, past the chocolate stain. Oh, yes. Down a bit from Harwich. Oh, yes. Near Clacton, in fact. Oh, near Clacton. Oh, my goodness, we're all doomed. We're doomed. We're doomed. We're doomed. Yes, Hartman and his wicked associates had boarded the Bourneville and were now engaged in their nefarious activities on the end of Clacton Pier.
Now then, young fella, me lad, what are you a-doing there, may I inquire?
I cue my discs and jingles nefariously.
Nefariously.
Playing all the hits for you, wherever you may be.
In that case, you better come along with me.
Oh, this is ridiculous. It's turning into Larry the Flipping Lamb.
Oh, don't say that, please, Mr. DJ.
No, young feller, me lamb, you belong in the BBC Home Service, and this here is Biggles.
Oh, I remember Biggles. Jolly good show, old chap, scarf in the breeze, leather flying helmet, airplane, zoom, zoom, brrrr. Okay, chaps, enemy aircraft at 10 o'clock. No, there's a space there. Big L.
Big L?
Big L.
I see, sir. Have you got a license for this, then?
Yes.
Pity.
Can we get back to the plot? Plot? You're joking. There's a plot. There's a plot.
Now we return you to the test card and some music.
Oh, poor John. He's never been the same since he went to work at BBC 2.
So you're still with me, are you?
The evil Hartman and his band of useless DJs are on the good ship Bourneville. The poor little barnacles are drifting helplessly on the Meebo 3, and if nobody does anything to stop them, they will hit Clacton Pier in about 10 seconds, after which Hartman and his cronies will make chowder out of them.
Oh, but Hartman reckons without me. He thinks I'm just a cruel, petty officer. But secretly, I'm a superheroine. I know all about his wicked little...
Careful now.
Wicked little plan. I shall dip into this phone box and... turn into a... can you have these tights for me? And this bra, thanks ever so. I shall turn into... Big LIL.
Oh, then, young feller, me lamb, you
No, that's not the right cut. Play this one, dear.
Is it a bird? Is it a plane? No, I was right the first time. It's a big blonde bird. Faster than a speeding bullet. Stronger than a ScotRail sleeper.
Stronger than a what?
Who do you think gave me the freebie rail tickets, idiot? Stronger than a ScotRail sleeper. It's the magnificent Big LIL.
Wonderful Big
With
LIL.
her red and white cape fluttering in the breeze, she flies like an arrow towards the Meebo 3, effortlessly halting the old ship just a few inches from the end of Clacton Pier. Using her super breath, she turns the ship round and blows it back on course for Scheveningen. Big LIL has foiled Hartman's evil plot. The Radio London jocks will have to do without their chowder. Oh, I'm hungry, boss.
You'll have to make do with Frankie the Fly on toast.
And so, her mission accomplished, Big LIL nips back into the phone box. Excuse me, I was trying to make a call.
Sorry, mate. You'll have to press button B and get your money back. Oh, I said button B.
Yes, once again, good triumphs over evil. The barnacles are saved.
And the airwaves of 266 are a safer place to be, thanks to Big LIL.
Written entirely by mistake, performed by accident, and created by Sharon Smith and Victor Hartman, The Adventures of Big LIL was a wonderful Radio Luction production. Radio London production, copyright 2001.
Well, at least it proves it's live, doesn't it?
This is Radio London. And this is Marianne Faithfull. I can't speak anymore. My teeth have stuck. The beautiful, the wonderful, the fantastic Marianne Faithfull and this little bird. So there we go. The Adventures of Big LIL, doubtless never to be repeated again, at least not using this mini disc player, it won't. Here's Adam Faith with a revived 45. The only man who can turn the word baby into a 7-syllable word. That's Mr. Adam Faith and someone else's baby.
Wherever you go.
Oh, yes.
Go with Big L.
Go, go. What was that? What was that? I felt the earth move.
I feel the earth move.
I always got the feeling she sort of ran out of steam towards the end of that one. I Feel the Earth Move from Carole King and Sky Tumbling Down.
Tony Currie, Radio London.
Summer Breeze from the Isley Brothers. That's the magnificent Isley Brothers and Summer Breeze. It's more of a hurricane out there, really. I'm just thinking this is the only radio station where you don't have a frog in your throat. You have a fly in your throat. Well, it's that sort of time again when they fold me up and put me back in the Big L cupboard. But I'm allowed out again at the witching hour, at midnight.
at 12 o'clock. I'll be here for London after midnight.
In the meantime and between time, Bud Baloo is with you in 1 minute's time. After the weather, of course. And Keith Skews is here at 3 o'clock. I can't contain myself.
Oh dear, I can't contain myself.
Broadcasting from Clacton Pier, this is Big L, Radio London, on 1134 kilohertz, that's 266 meters in the medium wave, and throughout the world on www.bigl.co.uk. It's 12 o'clock.
Here's yours truly with the weather.
Well, the Brawley Dollies couldn't make up their minds yesterday. They varied their predictions all day and hedged their bets. They're still not too sure. The problem is a band of low pressure spreading in from the Atlantic. Whether it will go back where it belongs, we do not know. But sure or not, we're predicting that perhaps we may have a dry afternoon for Bud Baloo and Keith Skews Ravers. But don't forget your Pacamax girls. More predictions in half an hour.